Good morning. Well, it's about 11 o'clock, so good forenoon. I was working on my truck a little bit this morning. Didn't get to film it. We're about ready to hop up on this roof and start taking nails out and putting screws in. But it is probably 40 degrees out there with, I'm gonna say 25 to 30 mile an hour winds. 20 to 30, somewhere in there. It is brutally cold compared to what we were used to. It feels cold. So I don't know if I'll be able to film that very much. Simply because we're gonna have gloves on, bundled up, trying to stay warm. And my weather channel doesn't load, or I'd tell you exactly how cold it is. So let's go get it. Go just grab the bull by the horns and absolutely wrestle him to pieces. Before we get started, I'll show you what we're doing in the absolute cold. We'll be fine once we get going, I think. So you have these pieces. It starts off like this. These nails that are, I don't know, 1,000,000 years old. Well, okay, maybe not 1,000,000, but you get it. You get the point. We're putting real long screws in. They're over there. I don't have any right now. We're gonna pull these out, put real long screws in, and then turns out those screws are still leaking. Well, the roof is leaking real bad. And some of the nails, like this one right here, I'll show you. Probably just pull it out right by hand. I can't, but it's sticking out. There's no seal there. That's gonna have water running in it. More than one nail I've pulled out, almost one per row. We've done so many rows. That screw's just completely missing the board. That one as well. But we have these two bottom sheets done. Two bottom rows. The rows that are on the two bottom sheets are done. Where was my screw? Here. Nice big healthy screws, but doesn't help if they miss. We'll have one more to do, and then once we're done with that, sometime we can paint this whole roof. Maybe get it to seal up again. Alright, I'm cold. I'm gonna get to work. Hopefully warm up. I thought it looked like it could snow. Now it is snowing. I did get a mask. It's cold up here. We got Adrian, Donovan, and Austin. Try to get this knocked out in an hour or two. Hopefully not blow away, and hopefully not die. That's our main two objectives. Whew, it's cold out here. Survey says it's snowing too bad and it's gonna start getting wet. Which actually snow's starting to stay on the roof. But it is getting wet. We gotta be careful on that roof. So we're gonna get off the roof before we hurt ourselves. Do we have good board there? Yeah. Alright, go. Yep. Somewhere there. We're helping our trusses stay tougher. We're putting boards on each sides of broken trusses to support them and strengthen them in the snow, hopefully. Hop in my truck, try to get it started. That error code pops up. I'm researching it. It looks like it was duramaxforum.com had a problem similar to it at one point in time. Someone did, so we're gonna try to figure out what it is. I think it's safe to say Old Man Winter has appeared, has showed up. It's cold out and it's windy. Well, it's 37 degrees according to the thermometer in the house. 37 degrees out according to the Weather Channel at about 15 miles an hour wind. Whew. This is brutal, man. Let's go get back to work and warm up, hopefully. It's not that it's extremely cold, it's just fairly windy where we're working. Probably more than 15 miles an hour of wind. If you can understand a word I'm saying. And we're not used to it yet. Get in there. Give it, you know, till February. This will be every day. Could be a nice warm day. We'll see for sure once we get there. Let's go work. There's people upstairs working. They're up top already. I just need to grab a battery. Let's go. Adrian, Donovan, and Austin are finishing up that roof. It's all but done. And we move on to this one, where we just step on it, find loose nails like this one. See how that's loose? And then we'll pull it out and put a screw in. This is windy in here. I don't know. I hope you can hear what I'm saying. It's so windy up here, it's not even funny. Alright, get back to work. No, it's cold. Come on, guys, go. Ready for the yearly move. Adrian, hop that creek. Getting ready to move these cattle up to the home farm for the winter. It's getting too muddy down here and nothing's growing. We don't want to feed them down here all the time because it gets really cold. Everybody's in. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got mad. They actually came in really nice, pretty calm compared to what they normally do, which we didn't have them worked up. We walked them in instead of running them in with the Ranger or something. Dad's here. We got Adrian getting ready to back up. We'll back up here to load as many as we can and then take them home and then drop them off at home, come back down, load as many as we can, and do that until we're done, which is probably 2 or 3 loads, so not too many. These 3 smaller ones are separated. We have them separated. We're gonna take them and put them in a separate pen at home. I'm gonna stay watch the door because it should only take 10 minutes or so for them to get back, and I can get to know these cattle all again, like Mr. Wallace over there with his horns. That's kind of interesting to see. Something different in the barn. How you doing, Mr. Wallace? You got your horns? They're not large. I'm not even sure. He's not Angus. I forget what he is. I don't think he's Angus. And Mr. Indian over there is a lineback. He also, that fella, red and white. He's Mr. Indian. He has a lineback. He also has some horns. Kind of interesting to see something a little bit different from time to time in the herd. Almost everything that we have and have had for the last couple of years is polled Angus or partial, half Angus, half Holstein. And often the polled gene just goes through, follows through. So it's kind of interesting to have some horns from time every now and again. Back when we started this in 2017 with cattle like this, we had just dairy calves. So all Holstein, that's pretty much it, just Holstein. So we had to dehorn everything. That's just how Dad was used to. A lot of beef guys do not dehorn their cattle, and that's what we're starting to do as well. Which we don't have very many that have horns. Just in this herd of 20 or whatever it is, 15 in this herd, have only 2 of them have it. So we don't need to dehorn all of them all the time. There's a few reasons we want to move these guys home. One being, it's cold down here. Or the barn is colder when there's fewer animals in it. So if we have more animals at home in that barn will be warmer, and the cattle don't need to keep 2 barns full, 2 barns warmer. Also, it is cold when you're trying to bring hay down here every week. And another thing that goes with that very thing is we don't have proper concrete to feed hay throughout the winter. If we would, it'd be a different story to keep them here. Since we don't, the pasture gets absolutely mangled to pieces, and we try to keep that in certain areas, but it always spreads more than you'd like, and there's just not enough feed here for the pastures to keep up. So they're moving from their summer home to their winter home. They'll enjoy it there. There'll be plenty of food and everything. Keep everything under one roof. It's easier to go do chores. It's easier to take care of everybody, make sure everybody's okay. And one other thing I was gonna say, I don't remember what it was about them. There goes a load of 7. Got one more load of 7 in here yet. I forgot to film. Maybe once we load these, I can film. We'll see. We do have some crazy ones in here. But when I say crazy, they could go ballistic. Like, you poke them a little bit too much and they just go crazy. This one here on the left side, I don't know if you can see or not, but the way he's staring at me, he doesn't trust me for some reason. I don't know, he's always been that way. Where he just, you try to catch him or something, you touch him one time and he goes crazy. So hard to catch, so hard to work with. Most times he's hard to work with. Him and another one that are just nasty to work with. But if they don't hurt anybody and they grow nice, that's mostly all that matters. Once again, I forgot to film loading, but here's the unloading.
Now, just pull that ahead and we'll take the little ones up right away.
They're in their pens. Good. Good, 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 good. Oh, where is your hitch pins? Grab them two. Caught about good. And then I need a hairpin to go with one of these. Today we're gonna do something we've never done before. That's called Spelts. We're gonna use equipment we've never used before because it's our neighbors. That's why we've never used it. Is that low? Yes, it is low. I'm not entirely sure what color it is, but it's probably green. Wonder if it's orange. We do have orange coolant here because we have other vehicles that take orange coolant. Alright, I'll be right back. And that should be about full. Alright, let's go pick up a grain drill. Alright, let's go pick up a grain drill. Let me know if you guys want to see more content on this truck. I'll probably be doing some work on it here and there, slowly improving some small things like that I want to do, make it my truck, if you know what I mean. There's a few different modifications I would like to do to it. Like, it has a lift kit, but I don't like how much of a lift kit it has. It's too tall for what I want to do. This is going to be a work truck. It is kind of built to be a pavement princess, and I don't like that. Probably eventually put some different wheels and tires on it, some that aren't maybe not as wide. Definitely don't throw as much mud on the side of the truck. We'll see what all. There's some rust that needs fixed, and then probably eventually paint it. Those are all things that might happen in the next 2 years. I'd like for it to happen in the next 2 years. We'll see for sure. But yeah, let me know if you want to see more on this truck. I guess I should also say what we're doing today. It is cold out, like extremely cold. We went out hunting this morning. It was 23 degrees when we left, but it wasn't windy, so it wasn't as bad as Saturday. What we're doing in the field today, which we weren't planning on doing until we picked up another 40 acres. One of our neighbors is having some health issues and saw some spots on his lungs and stuff, and they can get rid of these 40 acres, quit farming them. That'll be good for them. Make it a little bit nicer for them, for his son. So pray for those people, please. Anyway, they farm some spelts. And whoa, I should stop multitasking, or I should get a proper mount for my camera for this truck if I'm going to be doing this. They farmed spelts, some spelts, and they had everything, all the seed and everything to go in this farm, and they said, hey, it's ready to go in, this is all you need, we have everything you need. We'll pay them for the spelts and stuff. You can use our grain drill, whatever you need. Just, if you want, here's an opportunity to start farming this. So we decided we'd take that opportunity and bite the bullet and start farming them. They're like 35 or 40 acres, so it's not like a huge farm, but it's a nice addition to the whatever amount of acres that we have now. We're gonna go sow those. Plan is to go sow those today if our drills go down, because it's also cold out. We'll see what happens exactly. As you can see, or maybe not, I don't know, this guy also is an organic farmer because of the equipment that he has, and the farm that they're giving up has to be, the landowner wants it to be farmed organically. And we're the closest organic farmer to him. Actually, no, we're not. We're the one. We're not even. We're about right in between him and the field. And there's some that are closer to both of us. Both things. But yeah, Dad had talked with him a couple years ago about if he ever wants to give up farming or whatever, some land, that he'd be willing to look into it. And we got the call, so I guess we're taking over these 40 acres. Oh my. Dad's gonna go in front of me, make sure people don't go crazy. Nice wide load, 15-foot grain drill. In a tractor, it's fairly wide. In a pickup truck on small roads, it's really wide. Because it's not quite double, but getting close to double the width of the pickup truck. So you gotta be real careful all the time. I need to adjust my mirror so I can see properly. Lord, give me 40 acres to turn this rig around. Whew. Just on a small back road, but I am taking up the entirety of the road. The end coulters on this thing are both sticking off the road just a hair, like 3 inches on each side. So yeah, I'm taking up the full road, which is a small road anyway. Well, this isn't exactly what I'd call a great start to the day. Our toolbar, their toolbar, just broke. Got half a mile down the road from their place, go over some bumps on the road. Not hard bumps, nothing. All of a sudden I hear just this racket of dragging, which it was welded before, so it wasn't just us. But that'll be fun to fix. Dad's bringing a ratchet strap back, can strap this up, limp it home, hopefully. The plan. Good thing is, with that toolbar breaking, it's good that it happened on this small road instead of on the big road that we're just about to go on. Because on the big road there would be no place to turn off, and you have to move a little bit faster and stuff. This small road, we were stopped for 15 minutes and there were no vehicles went past. That's how slow it is. A lot of the time, maybe one every 15 minutes to 30 minutes usually for a vehicle. So it's not very busy, so it makes it kind of nice. And on the big road, good thing we have these big shoulders here. That side is almost off the road and that side is almost at the yellow line. So it's nice and big, which we're not on here for more than a quarter mile, which is nice. Those are military helicopters. Don't remember the names of them. They're the twin rotor, one rotor in the front, one rotor in the back, kind of like a cargo chopper. I could look it up, but I don't have the time right now. I don't remember what kind they are. I made a pile of seed down there. We're just testing it, or calibrating it, getting it all set up right. It is like 90 some grams almost every time 80 to 90 grams every time we run it and test it. So it ended up being quite a bit. add 3 grams.
Yeah, it'll click, it'll add up to all ones, all twos, up to
86.
0. Yeah, all nines and then 0.
88, 89. We were shooting for 87 grams. Calibrating the drill. We need 78 grams. The bag is 4 grams, so we have to add 4. Quarter of our numbers. 80, 91.
91.
There it is. A new field. New farm. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 fields here. Over 35 acres. Or a total of 35 acres or so. So there's one here, split up through there. We'll probably farm this as pretty much all one big field. Just all one crop. Then there's a 5-acre patch further that way, then a 1-acre patch a little bit south of that. And I'm not entirely sure how it'll all look, but once we're doing everything together, but yeah. Should do pretty good. My opinion is it's a little bit late in the year to be seeding stuff, but there's still good moisture. Ground's froze. Frost seeding it in. We'll see how it does. I was gonna fix this grain drill where it broke on the way home. Right here. Right here. And I thought, it can't be that hard to fix. Then I looked underneath. Right there. See how that's cracked? How's it? The over and then back. That's a lot worse than I thought it's gonna be. And I don't have the tools or the skills to fix it in the machine like that. If it were, like if I'd spend 14 hours or something on it, take the whole toolbar out, I could fix it. But not in the machine like that. So we talked with the farmer, they're okay if we just bring it back. Feel kind of bad for doing that, but it is what it is, and it didn't really break when we were using it. We was just on our way here, and it was welded before, so it was a known problem, and it wasn't really our fault. But you still try to fix stuff when it breaks for you. This time is an exception, I guess. Let's see if this farmer can change a tire. It beats broke. I've watched a lot of what's his name? Come on. Tire Doctor. Watched a lot of Tire Doctor videos, so I think I can do this pretty easily. Do I have the right tools? Nah. Do I need them? Sure. Am I gonna go get some for this? Nah. Come on. Do I wish I'd have the right tools? Oh yeah. I'm wishing real hard for the right tools right now.